sind? I don't know. What the Royal Academy, but everything's been drained of color. Monochromen Schulcampus. Und die haben Farbe. Now we know what monochrome schoolhouse was supposed to mean. Sure is creepy to be in a world of black and white like this, though. I feel the same way. Even if it is creepy, however, we still have to explore the ground from top to bottom, so we may as well get started. There are 5 buildings in all: the main building, the clubhouse, the girls' dorm, the boys' dorm, and the auditorium. There's also the old schoolhouse, which is accessible via a path at the back of the main ground. Good to know. We're going to need to keep an eye out for those knights prowling around too. Right. Understood. Alright. Erstmal das hier aktivieren. Ich hätte halt gar nicht heilen müssen, weil hier ist ein Monument. Ich warte mal, Plane. Ach du Scheiße. Okay, hier gibt es dann wohl ein paar. Hier erstmal hier hin. Oh, natürlich kann die keinen Schaden machen. Ah, ich hasse diesen Status. Was? Seid ihr schwach? Perfekt. So blöd. Zack. So blöd. Und Witcher kann recht machen. A spider looks at you angrily for disturbing its living room. Fürs Kurs einmal essen, fürs Rezept. Damit fehlt nicht mehr viel, noch 15, wenn ich mich nicht verzählt habe, und das immer 16 sind. Oh. Mehr comes and goes. Sometimes it may be lost, but at times that loss can be regained manifold. Offer 50,000 Mirror for me, or eventually the door open. Ich habe keine 50.000 Mira. 5.000. Kann ich anbieten. Da komme ich wirklich erst rein, wenn ich Kohle habe. So, ist weg. So, auf ihn. Du machst ihn weg. Zack. So, hier ist nichts mehr. Ist gar nichts. Hier ist eine Truhe. Tomato Fondue. Did you know 20th guy's Japanese name is Sora no Kiseki, but the Japanese team has fully endorsed the English name to the point where it's used on the cover of the Sora no Kiseki manga in Japan. Das Sora no Kiseki heißt, wusste ich, weil ich weiß, dass Sora japanisch für Himmel ist. Beziehungsweise Sky in dem Fall. Hi, Ritter in der Ecke. Komm, du kannst das ja auch. Shadow-Spear. Zack. So. Und Attack. Der da in der Ecke interessiert mich nicht. Mal gucken, ob hier irgendwie was versteckt war. Nee. Oh. Someone carved a smiley face at the bottom. It was you. Okay. Hier ist nix. Hier ist auch nix. Auch nicht. Hier wird doch irgendwas drin sein, ja. Immerhin. Gun armor. I was filled with something once, but now there's nothing. All because of you. Passiert. So, jetzt ist da nichts mehr. Dann gehen wir hier rein. Wie er da am Hinterpult steht. Tornado fan. We ran out of ideas for messages, so take this trash instead. Was haben wir hier? Social Studies. Ja, bleibt mal in dem Raum. Absolut gar nichts. Ceram Capsule. Nice. Victims' memoirs. I ate my friend today. What else was I supposed to do? I was starving. We both were. And there's no food here. So we decided together that one of us should try to live just a little bit longer. Okay. Ich wäre mal freundlich, aber bestimmt weg. Seek Dirfa? I have some ideas for you, but I'm keeping them close to my chest, sorry. Okay. Seek Dirfa, okay. Damit habe ich hier eigentlich alles erkundet, außer altes Schulhaus. Komm ich rein? Du kommst ja nicht rein, ich war doch überall. Wie soll ich denn da reinkommen? Das kann ich mir halt noch nicht leisten. Aber komm, ich kann dafür sorgen, dass ich mir leisten kann. Machen wir 3007 Mira. Da machen wir 660 draus. 50, ich brauche jetzt noch 20.000. Jetzt noch 15. So, haben wir auch 400 runter, wären dann 705. Und auf 465, machen wir 865 hier raus. Und fehlen noch 5000. Sind 3000. 4.000. Nee. 5.000. Sterntür da. Mal gucken. Was kommt jetzt? Ich hoffe, das ist es wert. In jedem anderen Spiel hätte ich das Geld ohne Probleme gehabt, aber nicht hier. I shall grant to your memory fragment and my blessing. Was kommt hier jetzt? Gut, okay. Das Symbiosis ergibt irgendwo Sinn mit der ganzen Kohle, dass wir dafür Kohle dann zahlen mussten. Und was geht's um Maybelle und Lila vielleicht? Ja, anscheinend ja. Oder zumindest mal Maybelle, wer auch immer das ist. Thank you, das ist nicht Lila, das Rosa. Thank you very much for coming today. I'd love it if you would be able to start coming to pray like this more often. Oh, I'm afraid it looks as though I won't have a choice in that matter. If I show any signs of skipping mass lately, Lila gives me a stern lecturing. You're rather fortunate to have someone like her by your side, you know. Nothing more valuable to a person than someone who will chide them when they seem to be straying from the right path. Oh, I couldn't agree more. I do wish she would go a little easier on me than she currently does, however. Look at it this way, the fact that she doesn't shows just how important you are to her. For one thing, I hear you've been exceptionally busy with work these days. I wouldn't be surprised if she hoped to make the time you spent here to be a break from all of that. As frustrating as it is to admit, that's a scarily sound assessment. But she can't keep me away from work forever, now can she? I think I ought to be getting back to it now, so if you'll excuse me, please give my regards to Father Holstein too. Certainly, a good day to you too then. Oh, as if Lila wasn't bad enough, now I have Sister Rosa saying the same things as her. Oh well, next up is inspecting the market, so I should probably get to doing that. I was expecting Lila to be here to meet me by now, though. She's been awfully cold to me lately, and I still don't have a clue as to why. I thought she was going to pray with me today, but then she happened to decide she needed to take care of shopping. Maybe I can grill her on it later. For now, I should hurry and get to the market. Oh, isn't that Lila? Thanks, I really do appreciate your help today. Not at all, I should be saying the same to you. Anyway, if you need anything else, just give me a call. I can always worm my way out of whatever's on my schedule to make time for you. I'll certainly keep that in mind. Please do, my little sister's been so excited for a big day already. It'll sure be one to remember. Yes, I'm sure. For now, however, I really should be going. Oh yeah, the mayor should be about done with mass now, alright? Until next time, farewell for now. Und Maybelle denkt jetzt, did I just witness what I think I did? Yep, sie denkt das. So that's why she's been acting so distant toward me lately. Oh, she had said something. I thought we were supposed to be close. I suppose it shouldn't come as much of a surprise. She's a grown woman. And she might seem cold toward people on the outside, but she's a wonderful human being. And a rather attractive one, too. If anything, I'm surprised it's taken us this long to find someone. Well, it wouldn't be fair for me to get in the way of her happiness. I do feel a little lonely at the thought that she's going to want my support. It wouldn't be right for me not to give her it. I have to apologize for being late. Might I ask exactly what you're doing? Oh, it's you, Lila. How long have you been there? You appear to be rather tired. That's why I keep telling you that you need to stop overexerting yourself. Oh no, I'm not, I assure you. Shall we head to the market? Well, if you say so. The next day. Oh, analyst. Maybelle, can I ask you to go over what you want me to do one more time, just so I'm not misunderstanding? Well, as I said, I would like to investigate, exactly what relationship was to have, as well as what kind of person the gentleman in question is. So, to put it in simpler terms, you want me to check out whether they're dating and do a background check on the man, right? Is that right? Yes it is. Is there something wrong? Well, kinda. I mean, we both do at times do background checks on people, but that's when you suspect or know for sure they're involved in a crime. If they're not, doing so would be an invasion of their privacy, and that doesn't exactly fly with us. Oh. Obviously, if you have reason to believe that the man Lila appears to be dating is involved in illegal activity, I'd be able to help. Is that the case, though? No. On the contrary, actually, he appears to be a good, honest man. I see. There's obviously going to be the chance that's just a facade and he's not the kind of man he appears to be. But as it stands, I don't see any ground for the guild to make their move. That is unfortunate, but I can certainly see where you're coming from. I'm sorry for troubling you with this. I don't know what came over me. Please, forget this conversation ever happened. Forgive me for acting this, but you're all in favor of him dating, right? You're not trying to break him up or something? So why are you concerned with finding all this out? As I think you're aware, Lila lost her mother and father during the 100 Days War. As far as I can tell, the scars that left on her heart still haven't truly healed either. And I believe this is her first foray into romantic relationships too. I'm just so worried about her getting hurt as a result of this. I'm not the slightest concerned about how noble the man's family is or how much money they have. Nothing superficial like that. All I want to know is whether he genuinely cares for her well-being and will make her happy. That's all that matters to me. I see where you're coming from. So at the end of the day, that doesn't give me the excuse to invade the man's privacy or meddle in their affairs. I'm sure Lila will eventually tell me about what's going on when she feels the time is right. I can ask her all of my questions then. Nah, this is good stuff. What do you mean? I completely understand where you're coming from here. I'd be more than happy to accept your request. Wait, I thought, are you sure? Wouldn't doing so violate the Bracer Code? Oh, no worries. The Bracer Code totally open to individual interpretation, so it leaves a lot to each bracer's personal judgment. If you're trying to follow the code to the letter and ignoring the feelings of those we're trying to serve, misses the point of being Bracer too. So I don't think it's unfair to dismiss your well-meaning intentions as trying to invade someone's privacy either. You leave all of this to me. I get you all kinds of answers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you agreeing to do this for me, really. Just know that I completely understand where you were coming from earlier, so I do want to ask that you invade his privacy no more than necessary. Is that fair? Perfecto! I hope this turned out to be something that will really make her happy. And I'm natürlich mit Annalise die perfekte Person. And that was the day Annalise agreed to accept the mayor's request, immediately and enthusiastically beginning her investigation. Naturally, she was very cautious not to make both Lila and her presumed partner suspicious in the process. Testimony 1. Those two certainly did come here, yes. I remember them sitting at the table over there having a pleasant conversation with one another. Couldn't tell you what they were talking about, I'm afraid. But I do remember seeing Lila smiling while talking, which you don't see every day with her. That struck me. Really now, do you remember anything about the man, by the way? Not in much detail, just that he was a well-groomed, seemingly pleasant young man. That's all I can say. That's about all I can say, I'm afraid. I see. Can I ask why you want to know all of this? Oh, well, you see. Wait, it's okay. You don't need to answer. They're in love, aren't they? It all makes sense now. She did very much look like a girl in love when she was talking to him, you know? So little Lila finally ready to begin her journey to adulthood, is she? Aw, how sweet. We don't know for sure yet, so please keep this to yourself, okay? Don't go telling any of the other customers and starting any rumors. Not to worry if the secret's safe with me. Testimony 2. Yes, I saw them. I remember the man escorting the maid to the front door of the mayor's mansion. I was surprised he didn't go inside with her, honestly. Whenever I take Mina home, I always do. Oh, Harry. If you ask me, you're the one behaving properly, not the man you were talking about. I am? Ordinarily, when a gentleman escorts a lady to her home, he doesn't go inside. Really? Really? But surely the fact I do that proves that we're that close, right? I wouldn't be assuming that if I were you. One thing, those two seemed awfully close even without that, didn't they? I'm not saying that it's always wrong to go inside per se. If that's what you want to keep doing, won't see me stopping you. Oh, okay. I will then. Oh, why does everything have to be so much work when it comes to you? Thanks for the info anyway. Just be bye, man. Testimony 3. You want to ask about a man who's been spending time with Lila lately? Thinking back, I did see her with a man when my husband and I went to the market. They were looking at souvenirs together, I believe. I remember it too well, too. I've rarely seen a more adoring pair in my life. They were like a pair of newlyweds. Really? I wouldn't pay much attention to anything my husband says. He has a habit of exaggerating. I'm not ashamed of it either. These kinds of stories are always much more interesting with a touch of dramatic flair. It was the first time I've seen the man, so I'm sure I've met him before, but I can't for the life of me remember his name. Can you remember, dear? Don't be silly, of course I remember. I would never forget the name of a man I've done good business with. That was young Leonard. Wait, I know that name. Leonard from the Kingfisher. Oh, you know him already. Well, that puts a damper on my fun. I use that place a lot for work reasons, so I even know him by face. Can't say I know all that much about him as a person, though. If you were an acquaintance with him, would you tell me a bit more about him? I don't mind, but this information isn't going to come cheap. You're gonna charge me? Please, that's not funny, dear. We owe ever so much to the Bracer Guild. You can't threaten to charge a member. I won't have it. Sorry, but I just can't help myself to a good joke. Let's see. Well, he's a good, honest man for starters. Several days later. I see, so men questions Leonard from the Kingfisher. I wonder how those two came to know each other. Oh, you know Leonard already? Only by name. I can't say I've ever spoken to him in person as such. The Kingfisher has really made a name for itself in recent years. It's been doing quite well financially too. As things stand, it's a good target for investment. Trina said that too. I'm not expert on that kind of stuff though. So, from what I can gather based on your report, their relationship is a healthy one. And you seem to think very highly of Leonard. Oh, absolutely. Even his little sister Sophina is super sweet. Say you don't have anything to worry about with them. From what I've gathered, they'd make for a picture-perfect married couple. I'd like to believe that's still a while off. But again, if they really are dating, it's a reality I'll have to come to terms with sooner or later. I'm happy for her, but at the same time, I'm a little sad too. I get what you mean. Thank you very much for your report, Annalise. Sounds like she's made a fine choice. So I suppose all I can do now is wait for her to share the truth with me herself. That sounds like a good plan. Miss Maybelle, it's me, Lila. Could I have a moment of your time? Oh, speak of the devil. I wonder if the time has finally come. That'd be one funny coincidence, but maybe it has. And if it has, then it's just about time I made my exit. I wouldn't want to get in the way. Nonsense. I'd actually prefer if you stayed. If she does tell us what I expect her to, I don't intend to hide the truth of what I ask you to do. Oh, I see. Well, okay then. Miss Maybelle. Oh, sorry, Lila. Come on in. As you wish. Oh, Miss Annalise. Please do accept my apologies. I didn't realize I was intruding. You're not. Don't mind me. I was just here to give my report on an investigation on behalf of the mayor. I see. So what brings you here, Lila? Do you have something you want to talk to me about? You could say that, yes. I have an important request I wish to make of you. Really now, what would it happen to be? Well, it concerns the Kingfisher Inn near Valeria Lake. My, we were right. Excuse me? Did you think I had no idea what was happening? I already know everything there is to know. How could you possibly... I'm sorry, I actually had analysts here look into it for me. I was worried about you. You see, you've been behaving so strangely lately. I'm sorry that I did, but I just couldn't help myself. I see. There's no need for you to apologize, however. I didn't mean to worry you. Perhaps I should have been more open from the start. So, is Leonard being good to you? Damn, cut right to the chase, why don't ya? He's a very kind man, yes. Why do you ask? That wasn't what I was asking. Oh, you know what I mean, Lila. So, is there anything else you want to say on the matter? Well, yes. If that's alright with you, I'd like to get right to discussing the date for the big day. Already? The big day? You've already started mapping it out. We have. We're hoping to keep it a secret for as long as possible in order to surprise you. Naturally, I've made sure everything fits into your schedule. Perhaps you're okay to begin making the necessary arrangements. Wowie. Is something wrong? Come on. What was that? You dummy. I can see why you might have wanted to surprise me. I can. Did you really have to keep this from me until this late in the process? I mean, you've got a right to your own private life, and you don't have to share everything in that with me. I'm not saying you have to. But I can't believe you decide something so important without consulting me even once. Do I mean that little to you? Besides, you've only been going out for about a month. Aren't wedding bells at this stage a little premature? This decision is going to impact you for the rest of your life, Lila. You understand that, right? I think you should calm down and listen to what she has to say, Maybelle. I'm sure she does understand and has her own reason for deciding. I have a horrible feeling that there is a very grave misunderstanding taking place here. You serious? What are we misunderstanding? The arrangements I have been making are for your next vacation. You've been so busy lately that I thought you really ought to have one, so I've been making the necessary arrangements in secret. What? You mentioned before that you would like to visit the famous Kingfisher Inn once, you see? So when Leonard needed to come to the market to do some shopping, we decided to use this chance to meet and discuss how to go about this. I hadn't realized my actions were causing so much problems for you. Whoopsie. I worry about you sometimes. Besides, I have no intention of getting married before a certain mistress of mine, which doesn't seem to be anytime soon since she makes a hobby of turning down countless marriage proposals in favor of devoting herself to work. It's not a hobby. It's because I have so much work on my plate that I don't have time for marriage to be on the brain. So there's nothing between you and Leonard? Nothing at all? Everyone says you two have been getting along so well. I'll admit that he's a lovely man and one I have a very positive impression of, but I've never considered him a potential partner, not once. Why? All girls here experience romance at least once. It would be right for you not to do the same. This isn't something I intended to come out and say, but seems to leave me no choice. Right now, the most important thing in my life is your happiness. I'll put that over anything and everything else. Ensuring it is my greatest joy, my very reason for being. Until you've decided upon a partner to supplement that happiness, I have absolutely no intention of looking at anyone but you. I do appreciate you worrying about me. If it's my happiness you want, I ask that you focus on your own happiness first and foremost. Yet like clockwork, I see you disregarding your well-being and taking on far more work than is humanly possible. Fine, I get it. Now that we can put the whole marriage thing behind us, I will accept your offer of a vacation. So feel free to proceed with your plan. I'll leave arranging the schedule to you. As you wish. And if you will permit me to excuse myself, I shall. Good day to you too, Miss Annalise. Oh. I'm really sorry. Looks like my research may have been a tad incomplete. Don't worry about it, I don't think anything was wrong with your report. All of this was due to me foolishly jumping to conclusion. I can't believe I ended up giving her yet another excuse to lecture me. Oh, it's no big deal. I gotta admit though, I am jealous. Jealous? Huh. You never heard of it. Anyway, I'm sure I'll see you around. You two look great together. Oh. Oh, Annalise. What a day. We're almost ashamed to be this relieved over all of this. I don't know if I'll ever be able to manage without her at my side. Side story like a mother. Finished. 100, okay, wir haben 100.000 zurückbekommen, also von daher. Also ich schieb die beiden, Lila und Maybelle. Ich finde, die würden gut zusammenpassen. Was haben wir denn hier? Ach, hier sind doch Truhen. Step right up, grab the first item today, not you sir, you've already got yours. Leave some for others. I ask you this, do you love me? I have the only key that locks the chest. Could you return my love? I wish first to meet once more in that shop, and together we will forever secure love inside. Mute 2. The accused for thievery is as wooden as I am. Kann sein, dass man hier theoretisch wenn man alle Kisten aufmacht, dass man tatsächlich 10.000 findet. 50.000 hier. Wäre tatsächlich ziemlich belastend. Dann habe ich unnötigerweise meine ganzen Sepiten weggemacht. Hier ist noch eine Truhe. 10 Grad Zeit für Box, Chest. Da habe ich auch versehen reingelaufen. Das wollte ich halt eigentlich nicht, aber okay. Sehr gut. Frage ist, wie komme ich hier weiter? So. So. Sehr gut. Okay, jetzt muss ich nichts. Nice. Und so. Wie soll ich hier aus? Oh, guck mal, hier 5. haben wir tatsächlich bis auf einen alle gefunden. Zack. Hier ist nix. Ist auch nix. Da wollte ich das Item halt haben. Zack. Und zack. Sehr gut. Warum komme ich hier hinten nicht rein? Huch. Da irgendwie anders hin? Ich verstehe halt auch die ganzen Typen, die hier in der Ecke stehen, nicht. So, like, why? Why stehen die in der Ecke rum überall? Gut, dass du eine Lace angegriffen hast. Einmal mal heilen. Einmal bin ich reich, ey. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wie ich hier weiterkomme. Warum, weiß ich nicht. Warum fällt mir auch nichts auf? Weil nicht mal einer stand, nicht mal einer am Eingang. Probieren wir doch mal hier das hier. Ah ne, den haben wir schon mal gemacht, ne? Luminous Wheel. Ah, das ist die Technik, okay. Zack. Zack. So, hier ist halt definitiv nichts. Ist hier doch irgendwie was? Ich weiß immer nicht ganz, was die hier machen, die da in den Ecken stehen, aber hey. Ah, die Arena. Aber jetzt steht das hier vielleicht irgendwie drin. Okay, nee. So, was war das? So. Ist hier irgendwie was? Nee. Dann Entkleusraum. Entkleusraum würde halt Sinn machen, dass hier irgendwie was ist, aber. Damit, das hat nicht gereicht. Das ist natürlich blöd, aber hey. Er hat aber nicht viel Schaden gemacht, von daher kann ich mitleben. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was das Spiel gerade von mir will, was ich machen soll. Ich kann wieder rausgehen, aber... Ob das hilft? Ich weiß ja nicht. Habe ich irgendwelche Items, die mir da weiterhelfen? Ich könnte den Cube ja, nur dafür benutzen. Halt aber mal. Hier mal wieder jemanden rein tun. Ich denke Müller. Ja, Müller. Warum ist das zu? Wieso komme ich da nicht rein? Dann kommt hier noch was. Oh, warte mal. Ich sag mir nicht, dass ich das hier irgendwie kaufen kann, oder? Nee, gut. Ich denke, dann werde ich hoffentlich beim nächsten Mal herausfinden, wie ich weiterkomme. Vielleicht gucke ich auch währenddessen mal nach, wie ich weiterkomme bis zur nächsten Zeit. Aber mal gucken, werde ich dann sehen. Ja. Wenn ihr das hier auf YouTube geschaut habt und euch der Part gefallen hat, lasst gerne einen Daumen nach oben da. Abonniert den Kanal, um keine weiteren Videos zu verpassen. Weil das hier der letzte Part ist, der auf YouTube erschienen, der aktuell online ist. Schaut gerne die Beschreibung auf meinem Twitch-Kanal vorbei, da könnt ihr erstens gerne ein Follow da lassen, um benachrichtigt zu werden, wenn ich live gehe. Und zweitens in die Sammlung reingucken, Sammlungsfeature. Dort ja, sind alle weiteren Parts des Projektes mit derselben Partnummerierung drin abgespeichert, also könnt ihr da theoretisch weiter gucken. Da würde ich sagen, sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal. Bis dahin. Ciao, ciao.